Hey guys, Ike here from IkesOutdoors.com. I'm here today to do a bow review on a 2013 Maitland Kinetic. This is a 32-inch axle-to-axle bow. It's available in 6 and 7-inch brake sight versions. The one that we're testing out is the 6-inch brake sight version. That has an IBO speed rating of 335. The draw length adjustments on this is available from 26 3/4 up to 30 1/2, and it has a really good fine-tune adjustment on it. That is a module based adjustment, but your modules give you some different variations of range. So you don't have to buy a module for each individual size that you want. You can buy a module and that gives you some different ranges. And this has a very adjustable cam. You can see where my draw stop is here. There's a bunch of holes up here that are drilled and tapped for this draw stop to move. Your draw stop on the bottom goes into a certain select position according to the module you got, but you can really fine-tune adjust your cam up here with this draw stop. Now, like this cam, there's some similar cams to this out on the market. When you adjust this draw stop, you do have to retime your cams and really fine-tune it from there. But if you've got some basic archery knowledge and got a press and know how to do this thing, the instructions on their website are very clear, very precise, and they really show you how to adjust this cam very easily. If not, when you go to your shop, have those guys adjust it for you and get it to feeling the way you want it to feel. Because you can really adjust this cam as far as the way the valley feels, the way your pull feels, and you can really adjust to fine-tune the draw length really easily on this thing. So if you're not pretty handy with a bow, have your bow technician at the shop do that for you and get that set up before you leave. But very easily fine-tuned adjustment on this cam system, and I really like the ability to make it feel the way that I want it to feel. Now, I didn't adjust anything on this bow. Eventually, when I get done with this review, I will adjust it to the way that I want it to be. But for me, I wanted to test this thing factory. So it is a lot of adjustment. You can adjust this thing quite a bit, but I left the bow at factory the way it was sent to me. So just for testing purposes. These are Stone Mountain strings on here. I did notice just a little bit of stretch to them, not too bad, but just a little bit of stretch. You can see my peep sight was lined up with my D-loop. It's rotated around just a little bit, so it has stretched just a little bit there, not too bad. This has the advanced limb harness system on it. This doesn't have a limb pocket, traditional limb pocket like we would think of. This is a 5-inch limb harness system, and really does a great job of you get your pivot and your limbs more toward the center, and really makes this bow quiet, really makes this bow vibration free, and really does a good job of absorbing the initial shock from the bow, or from the shot. This has a, I can't remember what they call these limbs, TechFlex limbs, and these are made by Gordon. These are Gordon composite glass limb, or Gordon composite limbs, we'll say that. And they're a very good set of limbs. Never had any trouble with any of the Maitlands I've ever owned as far as having any limb issues on it. This does have the Pro Grip, the competition grip on it, which is very nice. Very slim, really fits into your hand good. Really feels like you're shooting a competition bow. As far as the grip goes, really nice grip on this thing. Really like it real well. This has a long riser technology on it. You can see this thing is a 32-inch axle-to-axle bow, and it's mostly riser. The limbs actually come out, and where the limb is here is pretty close to the same length as the riser, so that enables this bow to really balance out well. And I shot it for quite a bit without this limb saver stabilizer on here, and I just slapped that on there last night when I was doing a little bit of shooting to compare the difference. And even without the stabilizer on there, this Kinetic holds really nice and shoots just absolutely. It's a really good shooting platform. Just really feels good at full draw, and just really has an outstanding balance to it without anything on there. So a really nice feature of this is that long riser technology. I think we've covered just about everything on the bow itself. As far as technology goes, it does have a cable slide on there. It comes factory with some limb dampeners on there. Speed knocks up here. Comes factory with some vibration dampening limb savers on your limbs there. Overall, cosmetically, just a really nice looking bow. This bow is available in this next gen camo, and it's available in black. I believe they have a custom shop too, so you can really do some custom work to this thing. Got a string suppressor on it, really nice string suppressor, really like that, with a limb saver shock absorber there. This is a really nice machined bow, really nice machining on the limb stop. Just really good lines to the bow, absolutely no flaws in the finish. Just really good looking bow overall, and just a really great design. I've been very happy with all of the Maitland bows that I've owned, and this one is probably one of the better ones that I've owned. I really like this aggressor cam on here. The speeds on this thing are outstanding. I'll show you the speed test on it, but the speed test, I had it set at 65 pounds, 27.5 inch draw, shooting 360 grain arrow with a D-loop and a peep sight on there, and I should have been getting around 290, getting around 295 and 298 on actual speeds out of this thing. So it does very well on its IBO estimate, and it actually exceeds what I calculate I should be getting. So, and I'm using OT2 to calculate that, and verifying that with Stigma Archery's website and their IBO calculator, and it shows that we're actually getting 5 to 8 feet per second faster than what the IBO rating on this bow is. So very impressed with that overall, and just a really nice shooting bow. So we're gonna get out here now, and we're going to show you this bow up close. A little bit of camera, just a little bit of up close shots with the camera on this thing. Show you our speed test, and then we'll get out here and we'll do a little bit of shooting with this thing. Alright, so we're going to fling a few arrows here with this bow, and like I said, this is set at factory settings, just the way they sent it to me. Really like the grip, really settles in nice, really has a good grip to it, and a really repeatable grip. Draw cycle is pretty good. The bow is absolutely got one of the most solid back walls that I've ever felt on a bow. Got a cable stop on the bottom and a limb stop on the top, and you get those synchronized, and boy, this thing is just absolutely rock solid on the back wall. The draw cycle on it's pretty good. It has a nice steady build up to it, and a nice slow drop down to the back wall. No kind of a short valley to it, but it feels really good. It doesn't stack up on you. It just has a real nice gradual ease into it. Doesn't dump off when you hit the valley. Really like the draw cycle on this thing. You can see it's continuous, really nice. Very little noise to this thing, absolutely quiet as can be. Just a touch of vibration. I mean, just a very little bit, and it feels like it's coming from the string. It doesn't feel like it's coming from the riser. It's weird because I can feel it after I shoot, and it sure feels like it's coming from the string. But it's very minimal. The bow has just a little bit of kick to it. It's not too bad. You can see I don't have a death grip on this bow. I'm just letting it shoot, you know, letting it flow where it wants to, and you can see it has just a touch of a kick to it, nothing too bad. But it feels real good. You can see it doesn't want to jump out of my hand. I'm not gripping the bow. I don't have a sling on or anything like that. And I'm just letting it rock the way it wants to rock, and it really does slide right. Does really good about not wanting to jump out of your hand. It just really has a good feel to it of the shot. Just absolutely dead quiet. and I just slapped an arrow. So very accurate for a 6-inch brace sight bow. Just solid as a rock. Great shooting platform. Just absolutely fantastic when you got it at full draw. It just feels so solid. That back wall doesn't have any mush to it. It's just a very solid back wall. I mean, I feel like I've got my arm up against the brick wall with this thing. And just a pleasure to shoot. I mean, especially for a 6-inch brace sight bow and getting almost 300 feet per second out of this thing. I mean, you could hear I'm smacking arrows with this thing from 20 yards and just doing a really, really accurate bow. The one thing I am really kind of disappointed in, the more I shoot it, is the strings, these Stone Mountain strings. I've got some issues right here. Strings really fraying and having a bad time right there, and I don't know why. I'll have to wax that up, but it looks like it could be damaged. So strings had a little bit of stretch to them, and they've got a little bit of wear to them already right here. So other than that, this bow shoots outstanding. You can see very little noise, very, very little vibration. Vibration I did feel really felt like it could have been coming from this cable here. I bet you that's what the vibration was coming from. Yep. So vibration on it, I didn't feel anything on the riser. It was all coming from my rest right here. So that was where my vibration was coming from. Very little noise, very little vibration. Absolutely a dream on the back wall. Like I said, just feels like I got my shoulder or my elbow up against a brick wall. The draw cycle, really nice, really continuous, just a little bit of a short valley. And you can adjust that. You can really make this bow feel the way you want it to feel as far as the valley goes. I'm testing it just set at factory setting, and when I adjust this bow out, I'm going to make the valley just a touch longer. But as it comes factory, I really like it. I think it's really nice. Bow's very, very accurate and just balances out great. You can see I didn't even put that stabilizer back on there, and just balances out great. Probably one of the more accurate 6-inch brace sight bows that I've ever shot. And I'm really, really liking this bow. It's absolutely a dream to shoot, and just very, very nice, nice bow overall. The only complaint I have about the thing is the strings. Just a little bit of issue with the strings. So other than that, it's an absolutely great bow, and probably one of the best Maitland bows that I've shot. Absolutely probably the best Maitland bow that I've ever tested. So for more information on this bow and their other bows, you can check out Maitland's website, which we'll put a link right here for you, and a link directly down in the description below. For more product reviews, how-to videos, you can check out our website, untitled.com. Appreciate you guys watching.